So we're going to pause here while we're talking about our basic core of goodness as our true self. And I'm going to lead you in a guided meditation that I think helps us to get in touch with the core of our being, with our true self. This is a meditation that I adapted from Adyashanti's work, and he calls it abiding in the I am. So I'm going to explain a bit about the practice before we do it, but I want to invite you to start quieting down and listening. You can close your eyes now while you listen if you want to, or gaze at the image on the screen. So the key to this meditation is to not think about it or try to understand it or to analyze it. So for just a few moments, if you could suspend your intellectual faculties and sense your way into this experience. The idea here is to sense the truth of your being, not to think about it, to actually experience it. So many times throughout our day, we say those two words, I am, and then we attach something to it. So you can think about all the things that you attach to it, things that we think identify who we are, such as our name, I am Julie, a feeling, I am angry, something we're doing, I am making dinner, what kind of work we do, I am a nurse, some judgment we make about ourselves, I am so lazy, or some sense experience, I am hungry. So this is the way that we've learned to identify ourselves. When we talk about abiding in the I am, or we might say resting in the I am, this is who we are before the thoughts we have about ourselves create our personal identity, which in turn creates emotional sensations that start a cycle that's not real. I think over time, through the practice of centering prayer, most of us get to this place of resting in the I am, or resting in our true self. But today we're going to put more attention on the experience of resting in the I am. So let's begin by moving your attention into your body. If you're comfortable and you haven't already, close your eyes. Settle into your body. Notice if you're comfortable, and if you're not, make any adjustments you need to. Now bring your attention to your breath. Just noticing that you are breathing in and breathing out. Not trying to change your breathing, just noticing. If any of you have used the breath as your sacred symbol, as taught by David Frenette, you've likely experienced how the sacred breath is an embodied symbol. It helps us to be more grounded in our body. As you start to quiet down inside, gently say to yourself the words, I am. I am. As you softly invoke the words, I am, notice where they land in your body. You may be tempted by your thoughts to attach a description following I am, but just let that thought go and return to I am. No self-judgment, no self-image, no opinion, no shaming, no emotional reaction. As Father Thomas says, no thing. Simply, I am. A judgment or image or memory may arise, But now you can notice that it is simply something created by a thought in your mind. It's not who you are. Notice that you exist with or without those thoughts. Before you create the thoughts, in the midst of them, after they pass through your consciousness. Notice that when your mind is quiet, even if it's just for a few seconds, you still are. Not as a thought about who you are, you just are. Now, as we remain in silence for a couple minutes, continue to rest in the I am. Noticing if thoughts arise, using the breath if you need to bring your attention back to the present moment, invoking the words, I am, resting in the I am. And I'll ring a gong at the end of the silence.